Welcome to the class of Debit and Credit Online Classroom. Today we can discuss about accounting and introduction to accounting. In this class we will deal with the meaning, accounting process and accounting cycle. So don't think that this accounting or accountancy is a new subject for you. As a subject for the examination, you are learning this for the first time, but you are doing this accounting process daily without knowing that you are accounting. Because usually your parents used to give you some money and you will be going by the public buses or using auto rickshaws or like that. And in the for the lunch you may be having that lunch from outside, and again in the evenings you will be having some snacks from outside, and at the end of the day sometimes you may have the balance or sometimes you will not. And when you go back to your home, your parent will be asking what you did with this money, how you spent it. So from the memory, you'll be saying, I gave this much to the bus as charge, and this much to auto rickshaw, and for lunch, this much I used, like that. So that is what this accounting is. What you recorded that, what in the mind you have kept that you have given this much of money as bus charge, this much of money for lunch, like that, and you are reporting that to your parent. This is what is happening in business also. Many transactions are there in business. So initially the owner will be investing some money. With that he will be procuring assets for the firm for doing the business, and he will be dealing with some other transactions also. So after a period, he want to know the result of these transactions, or what happened to his money. He should know the result of the transactions. For that, as there are many transactions in a business, that should be recorded, that should be uh, in writing. Otherwise, you will forget what has happened. So that recording is a part of accounting. And then after recording, similar transactions are grouped to one account. For example, at the end of the month, your parent is asking how much you have spent for the bus charge. What you will say? You'll be adding the amount what you have spent for the bus, and you will report to that to your parent. So that conveyance charge as a group, and for that you can create an account. Then for refreshment, it is another expense, and for that also you can keep a account. Like that, in business transactions, similar transactions are grouped and a name is given for that account. And at the end of the period, the owner wants to know the result of these transactions. So for that, all the expenses and the incomes will be taken from these records and will be looking for the result. So together we'll call the accounting process. So accounting is recording, classifying, summarizing and reporting. That is the accounting. So we will record all the transactions, we will classify, we will group into some similar items into one account. Then we will see what has happened, or we'll see the result of that transactions, and it will be reported to the interest parties like owners, employees, government authorities, like that. That is what accounting. So without we knowing, we were also doing the accounting process daily. Accounting as the language of business, which helps in recording the business transactions in chronological order in the books of accounts. Accounting is the language of business, which helps in recording the business transactions. So the business transactions are to be recorded in chronological order. It is according to the time in which that happens. So first transaction must be recorded first, second transaction second, like that. And date wise also in the books of accounts. Books of accounts are journal and ledger. So accounting is the language of business in which these business transactions are recorded chronologically in ledger and journal. It records only financial transactions related to a business. So only the financial transactions or the monetary transactions, or which can be the transactions which can be measured in terms of money of a business, are recorded in these books of accounts. American Institute of Certified Public Accountants has defined accounting as accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions, and events which are in part at least of a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. Accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions, and events which are in part at least of a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. So, accounting is a process of recording and classifying and summarizing the business transactions, which are in terms of money, or which can be measurable in money terms. At least a part of the transaction should be of financial character. Then only we can record it. So the accounting is a process of recording, classifying, summarizing the business transactions which are in terms of money or measurable in money, and interpreting the result thereof. Interpreting the result of these transactions, that is accounting. Now let us discuss about the accounting process, how we have to do the accounting. So first of all, what we have to do is recording the financial transactions. In which book? In journal. We'll have a special book for that, and it is called the journal. And whenever a transaction occurs, it will be recorded in the, and if it is in monetary terms or monetarily measurable terms, we can record that in this book, in journal. And this process is called journalizing. Now after writing in the journal, then we have to group the transactions. Similar transactions will go to each account, that is a recording in the ledger or posting to the ledger. So first of all, we will be writing the transactions in the, recording the transactions in the journal, and from that journal, whichever is having a similar nature, will be posted to the ledger. And ledger will have the accounts of, accounts are the transactions of similar nature will be written in one account. Then, and from the journal we will post to the ledger. Then After that, we will summarize it using the financial statements. All these terms we'll learn elaborately in the coming classes. And this will be summarized. For what purpose? To know the result. What has happened after many transactions. What is the final result? And this will be summarized at the end of a particular period. That period is called the accounting period. So at the end of each accounting period, we will summarize these activities to know the final result, and it will be communicated to the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? First and foremost is the owner himself. To the owner, then to the employees, to the management, to the government authorities, like that. So this accounting process consists of recording the transactions in journal and then posting in the ledger, and after that we'll summarize to get the final result, and this result will be communicated to the stakeholders. Now let us see what an accounting cycle is. Accounting cycle starts with analysis of the transactions. We have to analyze each transaction going on in the business and find out whether it is a financial nature. And if it is of financial nature, we have to journalize it. Only the transactions which are of financial nature are to be recorded. So it will be recorded in the first book as journal. We will journalize these transactions. Then we'll post these transaction journal entries to ledger. That is, we'll group it, classify it and group it, and we'll write in the ledger. And after that, we'll prepare an unadjusted trial balance. Trial balance means all the account balances will be listed. So we'll prepare that trial balance, and then we'll make any adjustment in journal entries if needed. And again, we'll prepare the trial balance, and the trial balance should balance both credit and debit should be balanced. So if it is not balanced, we will see what is the mistake in it, and then for that purpose we are writing the adjusting journal entries. And after that we will prepare the adjusted trial balance, and will prepare the financial statements to know the result of these transactions. For that purpose, we will prepare the financial statements to find out what has happened, whether they have made the profit or if it is loss. Then we will prepare the financial statements. Then for closing all the accounts of that accounting period, we will prepare the closing entries. Then we will prepare the post-closing trial balance. After that, we'll create and post reversing entries if needed. So this is the accounting cycle. I believe that you have got a small idea about accounting, and we will be back in objectives, qualitative characteristics and functions of accounting in the next video. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. Thank you. Thank you very much.